Welcome everybody to 48 Talk episode number 37. I am your host, Rach Bali, as always. Joining me this time is DXTakamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and Yale on the bottom right. And joining us first time as guest is Merin van NKM48. Hey everybody,
Hello.
and hello Merin.
Yay.
Hello,
Oh,
hello,
hello.
So, what's up?
Thanks, guys.
It's busy, it's busy. Alright, so before we start, always when a guest shows up for the first time, we always ask them the question, how did you get into AKB48 and who is your Oshi?
Okay, so my Oshi is Omina, Merin, K2 leader.
Merin.
Represent. I got into AKB. Well, I first heard of them back when Heavy Rotation was making their rounds, so kind of like 2010 era. And I thought, yeah, all right, it's cute, it's weird, but whatever. And I started thinking more about them when I found Uza on YouTube. And for me, that was very different to when I first discovered them with Heavy Rotation. So I was like, okay, I can give them a fair chance because that's my sort of music. And I finally got into them back in April 2015 when Bokutashi wa Tatakawanai came out. Now that was a real hit for me. And I looked around, find some subs, and obviously I went in through AK Bingo. And I just marathoned that about a month and a half, I think. And then I was just so deep in, I just don't think I could get out. So that's my story.
Oh, very nice, very quick. But can you give more explanation on why is Omina your Oshi?
Yeah.
I think that kind of came around when I was watching the Ebi Show series back when SKE had a variety show. And for me, she was one of the people who stood out. She was short and she was slightly on the chubby side, but she can take a joke. So she can, most people, I think you'll find they either reject the joke or they just brush it up. She can turn it around in a way that kind of keeps the comedy flowing. Like a couple of weeks back when she was guest starring on AK Bingo, and they were choosing that comedian, can't remember her name, was choosing a friend, and they were making jokes about Merin. I think Anin said that she looked like Voldemort's knee.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. Oh man.
So the typical response could be like, "No, I'm not looking like Voldemort's knee." Merin kind of extended it a bit further, saying, "Have you ever seen Voldemort's knee before?" So she didn't deny it, but she kind of extended the joke, saying, "When have you ever seen Voldemort's knee before?" And that for me is a real key point. In fact, I never knew that she was so much into gravure until after I got further into SKE and found out more about Merin. For me, I'd never expected her to be as big of gravure as she is. So I came at it from more of a comedic standpoint rather than a look standpoint.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The thing that always annoys me on Merin is her facial expression. He always has that stern look, but it's always very interesting. I think one of my favorite things of Merin is her and her skit on AKB48 show, where she's with manager, and she's like this, they're talking about me, but I'm famous, and they're just talking in the back, and she's like, I can't work with this, you need to fix this, and then they always get into the segments. I love it when they did it live on stage. It was the best moment.
I'm always happy when I see that appear on my work schedule to do, and like TTL and AKB48 show. And when she got to do that for part of that solo concert, the one where I think there was like 59 people who do things the best, like the SKE solo concert, like a couple of months back.
AKB48 show live, actually.
Yeah.
And there was another one where SKE did their own concert.
Oh yeah.
And each member got to go their own one, and she did a Nogizaka skit. No, she did a Nogizaka song, and then she brought back her manager to do that skit again.
Oh man,
and that was one of the highlights.
What a great thing. Yeah, no, what's really interesting about Merin is that she's kind of taken a cue from Shimada Haruka, like as far as like playing around with the weight jokes. And you think that's very interesting to me because like in the idol world, it seems like there is a lot of honor, like they honor thinness. But when you have girls that have a little bit of weight, and when I say a little bit, I mean we're talking idol weight because that's not really overweight. That's idol weight. She's still gorgeous. She still has a great body, great physique, but can you stack her up next to some of these other girls? Yeah, of course she's considered overweight, right? But she listened to Shimada Haruka, I think. I think with them being on AK Bingo, I could totally see them talking, and Shimada's like, hey, just roll with it, girl. Like, you're going to find people will love you, and they'll adore you a lot more if you embrace the insults and then turn it around like you mentioned. But I have a question for you. What do you think about with her whole scandal she had that almost took her out of AKB48 entirely?
Right.
How did you feel about that when that happened? Because I mean, you got into it probably like you're saying, like 2015, but you were back in the Uza era, which was right around I think the time, maybe a little bit before that. I think that actually happened. It was like right around that time.
Yeah.
But so you're coming in maybe from a retrospective point of view. But what are your thoughts about that? Like, how do you feel with her and what happened to her? Do you think? Well, obviously she rebounded, but what do you think as far as I don't know? Do you think it affected her like drastically in terms of her being able to progress? I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm coming at it from very much, like you said, a retrospective aspect in that I kind of caught up with all her activities after I came in, started doing a bit of research, trying to figure out who Mayoshi was. And to be honest, I'm of more of the view that if it's in the past, it's in the past. Was all pre-AKB, like all her comments. And to be honest, I can actually understand why she may have made some of those comments, why there was those rude pictures or whatever. I think it was like, is it called Purika? Something like that. The photo booth shot? Yeah. I can understand why she made those sort of comments was because she's been auditioning for AKB. I think she auditioned 3 times before she finally got in the ninth generation. So obviously there might be a bit of resentment, but she still wanted to be in it. And it's understandable that things happen in the past. In the past, you don't know if you're ever going to join AKB. So it's understandable. It's like when people get annoyed with, say, Wakatsuki Yumi. She had a boyfriend before she joined Nagisaga. She didn't even know Nagisaga was going to exist before she went on audition and she passed. So it's understandable that the past can be kept in the past. So yes, I can understand why she wanted to take herself back from the captain position. Did I think she needed to? Probably not. But at the same time, I guess it's all, after all, the idol world is all about keeping our image. I'm glad that she didn't resign, otherwise I wouldn't have an Oshiman right now. But I'm happy that she kind of took a much more grown-up image. And as you were pointing out earlier, I'm glad that she had Shimada Haruka with her.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think she mentioned one time that Shimada Haruka was one of the reasons why she actually stayed in AKB, because there was a period where she was considering resigning completely rather than just going on hiatus. But then Shimada Haruka, I think, got called from the manager to go and speak with her. So she got to go and talk with Minora and talk about that situation. And yeah, I'm kind of happy that those two have each other. And I'm also kind of sad that they never had a sort of captain moment, because Minora's the captain of K2 right now, or leader. Shimada's the co-captain of Team K, but they never had an opportunity where they got to officially lead together. I think maybe it might have been unofficial with Team 4 when Oba was team captain by then. But they never had a real situation where they could work together. And I kind of missed that opportunity.
Well, they had a history together with the old Team 4, and Shimada stepped in as the new captain of Team 4 when Omina performed her duties. But yeah, they have a strong relationship, and I think recently on an episode of Nimasu they were all together with the 9th Gen episode. And the 9th Gen is one of the strongest bonds of all the generations. So it's a good thing that Omina didn't pass the first couple of auditions. Otherwise she wouldn't be in 9th Gen. I think otherwise she would have been already gone from total...
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's curious. I was looking...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, I was just looking at just different people who auditioned for different generations failed. Had Opamina passed her audition, she would have been in 2nd Gen.
Yeah.
That was curious.
Oh, that's a good point.
True, yeah.
And
from the 2nd Gen, almost everyone is gone right now. So
Yeah. Good point, DX. Good point.
Almost everyone's from 2nd Gen?
No, everyone's gone.
Everyone is gone.
Everyone is gone.
Yeah.
They had a concert. It's like, all right, this is the last time you see us. Maybe until someone else graduates, then we'll show up again.
Can you imagine if Minoru and Shimada Haruka stayed in Team 4, like when they regrouped Team 4? I mean, oh my God, Minoru in Team 4 these days, that would be fun as heck to see. But anyways, you have a great Oshi. I'm so happy you're representing Minoru. I think it's wonderful. And by the way, boy, you really fit in. You and Robin. Oh my God, it's scary to know how much you guys know. I'm feeling really humbled right now.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But you could say that Omina is a bit of a underrated member.
Ah, there you
say.
go.
I
This is
can
right.
make those
There
segues.
Yes, go for it.
All right, so for those who don't know, you should.
Yeah.
I'm already plugging this. Go to DerekVasconi.com, and he had posted this new top 10 and top 10 underrated members. It's a very good read. You know, this is very
Yeah.
interesting. There are some points there that I didn't expect, and it's like, bam. So, Derek, quickly go through your list,
Go
man.
for it. Go for it.
Yeah. So I first of all, anyone watching this that has gone there and commented or just read it, thank you so much. This is probably my most. It's weird because I've written lists that are like practically Bibles and how long they are, and this is the list. I actually kind of kept it fairly short by my standards, and I've gotten the most responses to this one. And actually, I've even had people tell me they want an overrated members list, which I may consider doing as like a. But I don't really want to criticize too much because I love my members too much. So maybe
I think it's
what
too
are you gonna say,
negative
Robert?
to say that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really know if I want to go there, but so I may not do that. But I would say this list really made me think so much about all the girls that I just simply don't know about in AKB48 because I've gotten like 20 comments between like us doing this video and last night, and so many people brought up some great names that I didn't even consider, which is awesome. But then in my list, I do say, in fairness, this is purely from my perspective, like what I've seen over the years. I will say this, and it was funny you said this, Robin, to me through messaging. Tomochin. See, I know I have her on the list. I know it's a weird entry, but because most people, when they think underrated, they think popularity, and there is a huge difference between the two. Tomochin was extremely popular, but she was highly underrated in the sense that I felt she never got her come up in AKB. She never got to be a center. What the HE double hockey sticks were they thinking?
She was the bottom of the Kami 7, always. She was
Yeah.
always
Right?
there, like
Always 7, yeah.
Yeah, the top 7. You're always thinking,
But-
right, Achan, then we go to Yuko, then we go to Takamina, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, Itano Tomi as well. But exactly, all those have like a center song except for her.
Every single one had
Yeah.
a center except for her, and I'm not counting double centers. I'm not counting where like if you count like Sayonara Crawl, like
No,
somebody
that was
pointed out to me.
quadruple center. That was a quadruple
That was a
center.
quadruple. Like that didn't even count.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like on my list, of course, I won't say necessarily who's number one in case you guys do want to, or if you guys want to talk about it, that's fine. But I will say like I felt like I had it right as far as what I felt, but I also had some honorable mentions. And like Merin, she's definitely an underrated member, no question. Fresh Lemon, I probably could have switched Tomochin out for Fresh Lemon because she had been, but I feel like she's got her comeuppance now. I feel like she's done as much as you can within her role in AKB48. So there was a lot of them on there, but I also want to draw attention to a lot of girls that don't get it, like Takeuchi Miyu. Like this girl, you want to talk about talent? Like,
exactly.
Although somebody pointed out she has a body for grab here, because I said maybe that was the problem. Like maybe it's her body, her facial features. It's not like up to par. I don't know, but then somebody pointed that out to me, and I checked out some of her grab here. Girl is banging. I didn't realize that. So I don't know. Just I had a lot of great response. Thank you, everyone. And please check it out. And please, and if any of you guys want to have any comments, I'm dying to hear what you guys would say. I've been waiting so long to talk to you guys today. So I'll shut up. Tell me what you guys think, please. Yes, that means you.
It's quiet. Okay, I'll go.
That bad.
No. The first thing I want to talk about is on your number 4 entry is the entirety of the SDN48. For me personally, the reason I don't like it is it's a totally different idea of what AKB should be, and it's more like I wouldn't say even e-girls. E-girls are fun too to watch, but it's the sex appeal. When you give it too much, it really just turns me away. I don't need that to be that on a show. If I want to see that, maybe I'll go to a strip bar or anything like that.
I see.
So to have that in the same group as AKB48, it doesn't feel right. You know, it's like you said in your list. It's like, okay, that these girls are very young and they perform very cutesy songs, and then you have the older ladies who perform them more adult songs. I get the idea, I get the concept, I get why they did it, but for me the reason it failed as well, again my interest was like it was too adult. You know, it was so adult they made fun of it, so it became childish again. You know, it's just like pretty girls like.
Right.
No.
It's
It's too much sex appeal, and it's weird to say that, but it can happen. It's just like give it a small dose. Like we recently talked about the concert where they had the sexy Showtime bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's like quick bits like, oh my god, what are they doing? And then it's like, okay, back to the cutesy stuff. It's like, oh, okay, that was fun. But to have that like every show and every time they're on, and I think there was this Mecha EK special when they were on as they need to beat AKB48, so they were as like a lot of idol groups showed up and they were there, and it felt like they were so out of place, very skim clothing and trying to be sexy, and Japanese sexy versus Western audience sexy is a whole different level, and the things
Yeah.
they do I really don't
Yeah.
like or I see as sexy. So other than that, of course your number one is very clear. I'm not gonna spoil it
Yeah.
yet. You have to just read the list, or if you want to talk about it, sure. But that one is very interesting. Tano Yuka being on the list is
Yep.
also very strong. It's like these are all names that I'm thinking like yeah they could use a push, but this thing with Tano Yuka, it's funny to say that she's underrated and she recently got a leading role in a in a film.
In a movie.
I'm
Sure, no, no.
expecting her to graduate soon though.
Here's the thing. I've actually had the most comments about Tano-chan being on my list. Out of everybody has the issue with Tano-chan being on there, but mostly in support of her being on there. The leading thing, yeah, I saw that and I still put her on there. Actually, when I was writing it, that news just came out, but I still felt like outside of AKB versus inside of AKB, that's
Yeah.
where I was getting at.
Oh,
So
okay.
I feel like, yeah, she's getting recognized for her talents outside of AKB. Doesn't help her in AKB though, and that's where I'm kind of having an issue. That's why I even put the clip in my my post of her right next to Umi-chan. I found that perfect clip of them talking about like the rules, because Umeda Ayaka, she had the same issue, and I easily could have put Umi-chan on there too, but then I felt like, Tana-chan right now is a little bit more relevant to the underrated discussion because she's still in AKB. I kind of wanted to keep her in there.
Yeah, that's why
So,
your list
but
said.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's why your list said top members underrated in AKB48, because
Yeah.
right now all her outside projects are doing well, and stuff in AKB is just flatlined. So I am expecting her to say I'm going to graduate because she's getting so much outside work right now, and then that works for her. Maybe she doesn't want to leave. That's also another thing because she's like very close to all these members, like Mutotomu stuff like that. But if this keeps up and she needs to decide her career, then I would say just take the outside offers. You
Yeah.
can stay in
Yeah,
contact with the members. You get a lot more exposure on stage there, so.
Wasserman has been doing it since 2012. She's
Yeah, exactly.
another one that I could talk about. But yeah, no, I mean there's a lot of girls that do that find like a home in a different way in the entertainment world. And as far as I'm concerned, as long as she stays in entertainment, I'm happy because like I really love her. I love everything about her. I even like her kind of angry attitude that she showcased on AK Bingo every once in a while. I don't know, it works for me. And I don't see her in like a salty Perudu style way, because like Perudu was just straight up like doesn't give a darn like at all, whereas Tana-chan is more like seems like she does care, like but she's just very vulnerable about it, I guess. I don't know, maybe that's the wrong way to put it, but she's very vocal about people, like more direct, whereas Perudu is more like it's like subtle jab, like she can just look at you and you're like, whoa, this girl, something's wrong with her. Yeah, so
That's maybe a bit of a brazen side of her personality, I would say, from Tana-chan.
yeah.
That just might be it, actually. An interesting addition, I would have to say, to your list, it would probably be Nakamura Mariko as well, the co-captain of Team A, I believe. I mean, she does so much for Team A, but I don't have a feeling she isn't really appreciated inside of AKB. She hasn't been appreciated by the fans, but not ever ranking the Susenkyo. So I think that
Totally
she
agree.
might be, so she might be a good addition. Well, true, but still, that's how I feel about it. In any case,
I got you. I think you would say that because a lot of members, those who are well known by name but don't rank, most of them are in the variety area. So a person like Chiori or Mariko or even Oya is in that side. The thing is, Shimada Haruka is another one. All of them, they are pretty well known in AKB, but you don't see them as a song performer, so not a senbatsu type. If you would have made a top 10 variety list, maybe something in the future, Derek, you would put them all in there. There was again recently that concert. So they had the Kami 7, and then after that the supposed Kami 7 showed
Oh,
up
right,
in
yeah.
Skirt Hiri.
I know what
Who
yeah.
were those members? Those just name all those members that were on the Kami 7 part, and they were all variety people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I want to stick to this one. Actually, I do have a top 10 funniest members, which is sort of like the same thing as variety. I actually do have that list. I don't know if I have Nakamura Mariko, and I want to say I do though, but I wrote that forever and a day ago. Second thing, just to circle back real quick about SCN, one reason why I did have that group on there though, what you said is actually extremely valid, and I agree with your point. But and a lot of people had some issues with SCN being on there as well. But I'm thinking back to the days like the early days when like you had Cindy, you had Norokeo. These are girls that got put in, and Mitan. You those three got pushed into SDN because of their age. And honest, and how could I forget? What's the real hot one? Oh my God, Sato Yukari? No, am I thinking of the right girl? It might be Yukari. But they all got put in to SDN, and they at one point were all pillars of AKB48. If you go back to AK Bingo before it was called AK Bingo, it was all Mitan all day long. All day long. And it was also, and Cindy, if you went to any stage show, an AKB theater, you went there, it wasn't Acha's name that was yelled and screamed, it was Cindy. Cindy was the girl. I mean, that's why Mai, I think, left, because she realized like the crap was gonna hit the fan. It was gonna be Achan all day long. That's why Mai was like, I'm out of here, because she saw that early as heck. But Cindy, that was a huge loss, and that's why I think SCN was basically where we put all of the underrated members, like those girls. Of course, the other ones like Rachel and Chen and the bigger names that came into SCN later that really made SCN. They were all exceptional in their own right, of course. But I'm thinking more like girls like Cindy. That just, man, that was an enormous shock to me, when that happened.
You just proved my point. So you're saying while they were in AKB, they were pillars, they were great, and they showed sex appeal in small doses. The moment they left AKB for SDN, they went too far with it, and that's why it dropped. So it's like
good point. Okay.
You just sometimes giving it too much, it doesn't help. Then it's like gets old. And
Agreed.
That's why my biggest problem with one-shot gags, like the Orai business. It's like when PPAP came out first, it's like, it's funny, pen, apple. And then it's like, alright, I've seen it now for the 5,000th time. And our buddy, by the way, Gino ZX, is currently in Japan. He sent me a picture of a, what you call those devices where you have those balls coming out, or...
Gaichapin balls?
I think that's it. Like,
Gaichapon?
Gachapon,
They have a PPAP version, so you get cards with him, like showing like this or like that. It's like
oh god,
interesting.
and right now, currently the newest one with Orai, he was on Kea Bingo as well, and I laughed so hard. It's Sunshine.
Sunshine, yeah, Sunshine Ikazaki. Saki!
Yeah!
Yes!
Currently, that guy is super funny. It's gonna get old, but that's what I mean. Small doses is fine, but when you get it too much, it loses its appeal, and then it goes away. And that happened with SDN. It was too much, and then it's like, we don't care.
Yeah.
That's why the group failed. That's honestly my opinion. That's why I think what happened with the group. It's not the age problem. It's their style, and it didn't fit in the 48 group. Every group has their own style, and it still complements each other. That's why you have Kenyan positions that you can send any member to any group, so it doesn't feel like an outcast group. And with SDN, it's like, could you imagine this? So if they were still here around, and then you have like the so HKT Team T3, I want to say, or Team T2, because you have NGT, right? No, that's N3. So it's T2.
Yeah, T2.
Yeah, okay. So
T2, yeah.
Yeah, so you expect a Kenyan position from SDN in that group.
Oh my god, you just totally put the worst image in my head. They went both ways.
Oh wow.
Just the newest HKT song. Yeah.
It'll be a bold move, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so
who was I totally get it.
Who was
totally
the member?
Megutan?
Megutan? No, not Megutan. Ori Megu? I would say.
Oh,
Yeah,
Metan,
Megumi.
Metan.
Yeah.
Metan.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mitan, yeah.
Expect her in the newest HKT song, Bagu Te Itan, and they're going like this, and she goes like, Bagu Te Itan.
Oh, thanks for the mental images, dude. Oh,
Point
God.
proven. Point proven.
It
Point
just
taken.
doesn't work,
Point
sadly. But they had a
Point
good
taken.
career, and now she's a housewife with a guy that's very successful, and she has a kid, and she did her time in AKB, so it's fine. But yeah, that's the only thing I had with your list.
Awesome, man. That's a great comment. You just totally put a horrible image in my head. I love it. It's funny. Can you imagine
Okay.
Maria-chan, like in
Oh, God.
Oh,
That's
it's like
so
instant
wrong.
illegal. Everyone's going to jail. You're right. Good point.
Yeah, what's that song they did that's still popular and used by AKB? It's the
Oh, the
Mom and
Yuaki with
Sister?
the garter? Or no, I was gonna
The
say
garter
the
song?
or no, yeah, that's
how does the song go? It's like na 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 na.
Oh no.
Da, 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 da,
Point.
da.
Oh, the one that Team K4 is doing right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
The one where they're in black and white.
Yeah. It's like a mom and their
Yeah.
daughter, and they're like very
Is it
close.
about the mum and their daughter? Oh.
Yeah, I think it's.
I was
that
I was just really surprised when HKT started doing that song, to be honest.
one.
Like
Yeah,
because
Hidoi.
that was just
it
what?
was a very fun one on the KO stage with Nakanishi Chiori and Tani Marika, who did it way over
Yeah.
the top. And it's like,
Yeah. Oh my God.
Super
Chaos
funny.
Age. Yeah.
Mayoshi killed it.
yeah.
Chaos
So
What's Ocean?
I think it's that one, yeah. But it's then imagine Maria being in that song with like.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
We need boundaries.
Nope.
out of my head. Gone. Okay, good.
All right. Well, for the people who still have that image in their head, let's talk about the newest Keiakizaka 46 title.
Oh God.
You really gonna take a
Yeah.
shot at
Really?
this one? This might get censored.
Yeah.
How oh, okay. Yeho, please pronounce the song.
Japanese pronunciation, people.
Please.
Japanese pronunciations.
Yeah. Go
Yayo,
for it.
please save us here.
Fukyouwaon. Fukyouwaon, I think. I can't even say it right now.
What were they thinking?
Oh, man,
What?
that's-
Like we always joke about, oh, they don't care about international fans, and this is another thing. This is the same thing when Green Flash happened, and Sashihara had on her shirt like also saying "fuck you" something like that.
Yeah.
So normally we try not to swear on this podcast, but I'm breaking the rules for this topic because come on, the
Yes.
title is just it says "fuck you," man.
Yeah, it's basically the W. It really should have been like this. It should have been an M instead of a W because I seriously. But here's the funny part about it. Okay, here's the part that I love so much. Okay, this is just a nice, wonderful jab by Kea to everyone out there saying. We're dominating MFers. Like, we are the crap right now. You can't touch us. When the fourth single comes out, you're all going down. It's official. Fuck you, man. That's all it is. The end.
You think Akipi is jumping into his like English sort of repertoire and just like weaving that in?
Yeah, maybe he's doing that because he always likes English words, and he's like, you know, what's that word I always keep hearing when I go to America? It's like, fuck you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna make a song of it.
Oh, but I feel sorry for Akipi if he hears that every time he goes to America.
Well, the thing is, didn't he go to New York recently? Maybe that's the reason. He was in New York,
Oh, yeah,
I believe,
that-
recently, so maybe he went to Brooklyn and he's like, fuck
Yeah,
you, man. And it's like, oh, it's a greeting. Hello to you, too.
You're killing me right now. No, you know what? This is all because of Harate. Like, it's all her
Yeah.
idea. We all know it. She acts like she's this humble girl, but inside she's like, I gotta beat AKB down, and it's just awesome. Like, let's do this, AKB. Let's make it how I feel inside right now. F you all, that's all it is, man.
But yeah, so that's going to be the main song on the CD, but there are also coupling songs being announced, but there are a lot. So you have Type A, B, C,
Yep.
D, and that's it. But the extras on the DVD are a lot. They're like a solo PV, solo MVs, or Just
Quite a bit,
just
actually.
name
Yes.
name a few. It's the fuck you MV. I'm gonna say it like this every time. W Keia Kizaka no Uta. Wondering what that is. Then you,
Fukyouwaon.
then you have like solo members doing Ishimori Nyaka doing solo, Umare Rina solo, Kobayashi Yui doing a solo, Harada Aoi solo,
Yep.
Nagahama Neru solo.
Wait,
What?
it's gonna be a weird song again from Nagahama Nero.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I can see it happening.
Very
Yeah,
Ready
awesome.
for that? Yeah. But then you
Yeah,
also
oh, man.
have Kakizaki Meme and Meme. Kakizaki Meme. I've been on the
It's
internet too
going
much.
to be, it's going to be one of those days. Yeah.
Sasaki Mirei, Takasa Mana, and Higashu Mira Mei. So there's a lot of hiragana Keikizaka.
Yeah, so this is kind of what they were doing originally with Nogizaka, where they had individual PVs for like each member. I think, like you said, about like 7 to a disc.
Oh,
And then
man,
apparently what
yeah.
they're doing now is they're going to be pairing the hiragana keyakis together. That's why you have like 2 into like 1 PV, which I kind of appreciate because I kind of, since I joined late, I kind of miss out on the individual PVs where you do get to see a lot more in their personality. Like I've gotten the last 3 singles from Kayaki, and I got to see Imaizumi's PV. You get to see everything from her comedic talent from Futari Seizon to her really weird indie talent from Silent Majority to a really like heartfelt kind of like individual song in Seikai ni wa Ai Shikanai. I think that's the name of the
Yeah, it's a long title.
But yeah,
Long title, yeah.
yes, but yeah, the individual PVs does help to bring out a lot more of their personalities. I don't know how much input they get per individual PV, but I really enjoy it, and I kind of wish that Nogizaka went back to it, because that's where Itamarika came out with Marika 17, which is one of the most underrated songs, which never got turned into an actual song for me, because it was a PV from Itamarika, and that was one of the best highlights.
No, but again, so I just named only Type A, and I still have to go through a lot of lists, but I won't actually. Like every main member also has their solo PV.
Is
different? What up?
I was gonna say, is Shida Manaka? Does she have one on there? Because I didn't check the list.
She has,
because she's okay. Like definitely my Oshi, because
She's so funny.
It's killing it. It's killing it on Kea Bingo. So I'm totally all about this girl. Plus she has a beautiful face. She looks like Takashi Juri, kind of like with her face. But anyways.
You know what she reminds me of every time? It's also her name a bit. She looks like Shinoda Mariko. She has a very stylish
Right.
Yeah,
I can see where you're going. Yeah.
But her Kea Bingo in Harajuku in the maid outfit and
oh man.
She has what I love about it. She has that cool beauty sign in the latest Kea Bingo, and then she lost immediately. That's funny. But every time someone makes a joke, she goes that laugh of hers. You know, go all out and laughing. She's getting a focus point, man. That's what you're missing, right, Derek? From the
told you
variety
they
side.
finally got it.
They're getting there, and
Neru too. Oh my god!
I believe the guys from Bakahakahatsu. I'm trying. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. They're also getting into her, and every time I see on Twitter, their banter about her is very funny to see.
I have to check
but
that out.
every member, every Keikizaki member has their own solo PV displayed on the types of CDs or DVDs. That is smart. That is a business move. So if you want them all, you're forced to buy all types.
Yeah.
But if you have an Oshi, you can buy at least one of them. It's like, and I gotta say, we were talking about solo PVs. One of my favorite songs, even though the lyrics are completely nuts. It's Hirate Yurina doing Parko.
Oh yeah.
That is such a good song. She's like in that red velvet suit, and then she just sings about a Shibuya shopping mall called Parko.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Such a good song. I remember we were talking about that.
It's still one of my favorite songs, but all these members having their own solo PVs, and then you also have just the extras on it, or another MV coming up, Bokutachi wa Sukai Teru. So I wonder what that is. When I see this list, I want to buy all types.
Yeah, me too.
It's just interesting though. But yeah, your main title song, um, it's still better than
Try it,
Shoot
try it.
Sign. It's still better than Shoot Sign.
Yeah, of course.
Alright.
Fukyouwaon.
Yeah, I'd say it's better. I'd say it's an indication of KO's like dominance. They're just,
Yeah.
I mean, just the way they're manhandling the other AKB groups, especially like with what the
HKT?
what was it, the Gum Rock Festival? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
HKT. Oh my God, like
As Josh was saying, I want to see the full version of it. Those
yeah, me
battles
too.
were funny to see.
Absolutely.
It looked like the only one that won on HKT's side. The only thing that was good was Tashima Miro's Oshiri. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
else did not win.
Oh,
They didn't win though. It was in all the battles, it only became a draw twice, so they got each a point. So they didn't even beat Kei Kizaka. They only got on the level of being a draw. But also the reason I wanted there, the MC was Muramoto with
Oh,
Women
yeah.
Rush Hour. Wonder
So
what
funny.
that is.
Yeah.
And Sashi was just going to the back like, I
Yep.
don't want to be here. I hate this guy.
Yep.
oh, talking about Muramoto, is it just me, or does Hayasaki Chibugi loves to burn Muramoto? Because in the latest AKB Go, Muramoto was crying, was like, "Why are you doing yourself on your own program?" But you
Yeah, they were talking about Team 8 Boon Boon show. It's like, you were
Yeah.
having so much fun. Yeah, we went into the what you call it, not backstage with Audrey. It's like, oh, you
Yeah.
never come backstage. Should I bring a board game so we can play? It's like, oh.
Othello or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's like,
perfect
well,
example of
it's easy.
love-hate
It's easy when
relationship.
it's easy when I have a good variety host.
Oh man, I saw a clip of the newest episode, and they're all dressed as rangers, and I'm already laughing so
Oh,
much
God.
about that.
oh, man.
No, but again, so the Gumrock Festival, for variety type, you're being paired up with HKT, the powerhouse in variety, and it gets more of a chance. Don't be afraid, just show yourself. And the thing is, they're trained like a military school. That's what Keizaka46 is. So it's very hard to get the variety side out of it.
Yeah.
But they're getting there. They're more exposure and again, less Kea Bingo episode. A lot. That was such a good episode.
Oh,
Every
It
comedian.
was
Yeah.
just
Oh, man.
classic.
Try not to
It's
laugh
exact-
challenge.
It's exactly what I've been talking about this whole time. They need it. To me, that's their breakout episode. That all the ones I went back and I watched a lot of the other ones just to see what I was missing and if I could find any thread of variety. And that one, to me, the last one was the one for me. It was finally like, okay, girls, now you can let it out. And like you see, you have your yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
When they did
Oda
that,
Nana.
when Nagahama
Yeah.
yeah, or when Oda Nana did that, like it was like, and then it just finally it was like, see, that's what you need. You need an identity. You need something funny, something else other than the straight faces you guys have every time you're on. That like you feel like you're gonna get disciplined for doing something wrong the second you get off off air. So kudos to them, by the way, for that. Just want to add that.
Even the one who won the challenge of keeping a straight face, you know what the
Even
reason
that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
fighting with their mom.
yeah, my mom and I had a fight about my coming of age dress. I wanted it pink and white, and she took a red one. We haven't made up
Yeah.
yet.
It was adorable. It was so funny.
Oh.
no,
Hopefully,
no.
I did her her coming of age is that next year then, or was it? Well, when do they film Kea Bingo? It doesn't go way back, right? So they filmed it maybe last month, February, I
don't know.
believe. So it would be then of coming of age of next year. So they're already picking out the dress, and she's now having issues with it. Hopefully they figure it out. I want to see her then in the pink and white dress, and not in the
Yeah.
red
The
dress.
red.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
No, but
Oh,
yeah, Kea is killing it, and I can't wait for the MV, or for the
Yes.
song actually, just to hear it.
Well,
Hopefully,
that was
hopefully the
good feeling,
pronunciation
yeah.
will be different, so I don't be like weirded out every time I listen to the song.
Mm.
Oh man.
All right. Well,
Speaking of military,
there you go. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh, there we go.
Nemosu is about the AKB members who went to Thailand.
Yeah.
How was
They're
it?
going for a thing tomorrow. It's actually
Oh wow.
tomorrow.
Oh,
Is it aired
Oh,
tomorrow?
nice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Let's check out.
I think it's 3-5. 3-12.
If I type in Thailand, no.
The most Thailand. Let's take a look. See.
No, if I
The
type
members
in,
who went to
I know it's Nachan. That's one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Finding out.
Have any of
finding
you
out.
have any of you been to Thailand before?
Never.
Anyone?
No.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Marcus, you been to Thailand?
But I've got a very good friend of mine who's been to Thailand. Well, actually,
right
no,
on.
don't saying that. She's from Thailand. What am I saying?
Much love to anyone from Thailand watching this. We all love you. Can't wait to see BCAN48 kill it there. Yep. Can't wait.
Just saying
That-
the names of your members are weird. So
Tongue twister in itself.
mobile, cell phone, like what is that name in English? Right?
Good point. Yeah, well.
And
Let's see,
this is
let's
coming
see.
from an area where we have Welsh names. Their names are hard. B&K
Wow.
members is insane.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can't find it.
Yeah, same here.
I know it's
let me
coming
see.
up. It wasn't that long ago they announced it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think Paul had it on his thing. What, a couple?
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
last week?
Yeah, last week or so.
Yeah, on AKB Daily. Yeah, so.
And Josh talked about it in his video from last week.
Yeah.
Can't
So
find
it's
it,
going to
sadly.
be it's going to be soon in any case. It's going to be soon in any case. So.
Yeah.
Well,
kinda
we'll
wondering-
look forward to that.
Yep.
Quickly on the side note, I haven't watched Tofu Wrestling yet, just a few clips, but the audio was mixed up, so I can't
Yeah.
give a quick review on it. I did watch Road to WIP, and
Oh man.
Juna nailed it. She did it.
Yep.
Uh,
She did it.
Mhm. She
the
sure
whole reason-
did.
She's so smart on this side. The thing is, every time Sosenkyo show up, you think about we need to appeal to the fans, but those fans are already going to vote. You already got those
Yeah.
fans. What about the people you didn't get? How about the wrestling fans? And
Mm.
Juna is
Yeah.
now such a wrestling fan. She so got into deep. She got into a New Japan Pro Wrestling show about
Yep.
the anniversary. So she was on the a cast of people were talking, and a lot of celebrities came up. And she got her wish. She got to be with Rainmaker backstage,
Oh,
and they did the
man.
promotion. That guy, it was. Normally, that guy is very, very stern, very strong.
yeah.
And he was standing next to Jurina, and he's trying to stay in character, like being strong, and Jurina doing all the cute
He was-
stuff.
He was
And-
having a hard time. He was having a hard time.
He broke at one point. He's
Yeah.
like, she was saying like, "Will you come to one of our shows?" And he's like, "Okay, I will." It's like, yeah.
Marcus, are you partial to SKE since you're Oshi's in SKE, or do you have a group that you like particularly?
I'd like to say that I am partial to SKA just because my OG's in there. But I just tend to float from like group to group. So for example, last year for me, NMB really made it. Like not only, I feel like they stood out for me. They had a lot more going on at least.
Really?
What with like Milky's graduation, the battle to beat like dethrone Sayane. So I tend to jump around a lot, but I'd say SK is probably my main go-to. Yeah.
I don't think we've talked
Team.
about this about last year. How NMB was actually not
Struggling,
doing
yeah.
well. It's like
Yeah.
struggling, having their issues, a lot of graduation, not being in the spotlight, their songs just being carried by Sayane, of course. They're now gradually going up with Shiora Meru getting more of the spotlight and a few other members on that side, Shibuya Nagisa. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you say that, I believe you.
It's a good way of looking at it. Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it for
Look-
sure.
It's funny because I was looking kind of recently at the releases. As far as I know, apart from, correct me if I'm wrong, but apart from AKB, NMB were the only ones who had 3 releases last year.
They had what was Must Be Now last year. I want to
one
say
second.
Must Be
but
Now
they had
was...
Must Be Now was end of 2015. Amagami Hime, the one that everyone
Yeah.
forgets.
Oh right.
that was one. Boku wa Inai and Boku Igai no Dareka. So they
Okay,
actually had 3
right.
releases last year.
You mean
And then
compared
SKE
to-
only had
Yeah.
The
it's
SKE,
really
yeah,
nice,
compared to this group's Chicken Line and Kino Ai Gino Ai for
Kino
SKE. HKT had that 74 million people, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's Psycho Kaio. Other than
Yeah.
that, like not NGT, NMB were the only ones who had 3 releases.
Didn't realize that. Wow, that's a
I'm
good point.
thinking
But
about
you know what?
SKE.
Yeah.
Was there another song? There was.
Well, they had Chicken Line and Kino Ai Gai for Death Rush or Death Cash, sorry.
Yeah, gotcha.
But then I thought they had one more.
No,
actually. They
they had
didn't,
the
no?
new group with Matsuya Juna being the center, and it was the
Right,
younger
Oh, Love
members.
Crescendo,
Right,
Love
right,
Crescendo,
right.
yeah. Love
Oh, Love
Crescendo was
Crescendo.
Love Crescendo.
Oh, but that
yeah.
But it's more,
Doesn't
that's
count.
more of a subunit, yeah. That's more of a subunit.
Yeah,
the
so
third
that's
unit.
why they only had 2 releases, I think. But understandable, they had 3 releases. But to be honest, were they successful releases with their
Yeah,
first day
'cause
sales?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, the last two, that's
Well, about SKE, there's a good thing to watch in April. Their new, they have a new teaser of their TV show. What's going to be called actually?
Mayoshi's gonna be on it, so that's all I care about.
Oh yeah, well,
at this point.
she's a variety powerhouse, so definitely put her on.
I think she's on the first episode. I think that's coming out. I think in a couple weeks. So I'm really pumped for it.
She's going to be on every episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I think mainly on the first one is like her. So
I'm going to laugh so hard if they take Tani Marika and Matsuyu Kaori away again, and they have their segment.
Oh, please no, don't do it. Let her shine, man. They always do that. This poor girl, like Mayoshi. Never mind. I'll just show because I can go
I think, that's mainly because those two are such powerhouses. They get all the attention, or all the attention automatically goes to them when they, and so that's maybe the reason they had to be taken out and have a
that's
segment.
exactly why they did it. Yeah, that's exactly why they did it for the Abby series or whatever, because it's just you can't have Kawatan and her in the same room, and then and on top of that you have a Dasu, another one that just like instant sucks in all the variety to her. It's just I don't know, but then I don't know, with Ryoha being the grown up that she's turning into, Kitagawa Ryoha, if she's on this, that'll be interesting considering her new appointee as captain, and then also the New World Order video. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
like that seg, go. Robin. I did a seg there. Like that was a Robin seg.
There we go.
That's a good segue. Very, very World Order like. I think this one goes on par with Have a Nice Day, or when they are in Akihabara.
Yep. Have a Nice Day was that.
And that was so crazy at one point. I love the comedic side of when they show up. They are like very serious. They're at the office and they go like doki doki every time they see their female coworkers. And then the female coworkers, who are the SKE members, just do their also like they do the World Order dance or the style of that, and then they go into leisurely and they go on dates and going to the theme park. Love it when they're in the roller coaster or just eating. This is such a good video to watch.
Yeah,
I can watch this
on that
10 times.
roller coaster part, remember that one part, like the guy in the front was trying to hold it in. He's actually scared.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
He's like,
solidarity, my friends, solidarity.
No, but this again, World Order hits out of the park. I missed the guy who was on the center. The guy who always directs the group is. Yeah, when he does it, it's like he has that face. He's like their Achan, if you can say that. But man, World Order just hits it out of the park, and every time they do compilations, I love it.
Yeah, when they do all the tutting, the hand the tuts, like it's just they kill it every time. But what I thought was cool was SKE was they didn't miss a beat with that. Like I don't know how many times they had to film that, or how many times like it might have taken them to do that. But for the Singularity MV, you could just tell it flowed so well with the dancing that you have to really give it up to SKE for keeping in pace with them, because that's not easy to do. That is really not easy to do. Looks easy. That's why it's so hard, because it looks easy, if you know what I mean.
It's still one of the
pinpoint precision, pretty much actually.
Oh yeah, well DX, what do you think about? Because you're the dance guy here. I mean, you're the one that's like done actual dance.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I've done some para in the day, but
para, right? So
that's nothing like World Order. That's nothing like it at all. No. If I were to try that one, I would be at least 3 or 4 months just training for it. So for a dance like that, it's not even funny how hard it is. Oh my god!
It's one of their best live performances when they compilated with with AKB doing Uza and
Uza. Did you see that, Marcus?
Illusion.
Was that amazing?
Absolutely.
The hand, I actually amazing.
The one thing I do like about this is because when I first came into AKB, I kind of thought that each group had an identity. I didn't know how much like they like sort of branched out. But when I first came into AKB, I always thought that NMB had kind of like the cool beauty image. HKT was kind of like what happens when you let like about like a bunch of elementary school girls out into a candy shop. They just go absolutely wild. But for me, SKE was always the dance heavy group. I remember when Matsuri Reina, when she was on AK Bingo, when they first got introduced, she was making comments saying how they weren't allowed to wear makeup or heavy makeup or like dye their hair because they was really dance heavy. And that's why I kind of enjoy this collaboration with World Order, because it kind of brings back that sort of image that SKE is very dance intensive. They even had their song Darkness.
Oh man, I was just gonna say Darkness is such a great song. Yeah.
And when they did Darkness with World Order in that one concert years back, that was an amazing collaboration, and that's kind of why I enjoy this MV so much.
See it.
Because
it brings my hair is standing up right now, and it's Goosebump City.
Yeah.
For me, Marcus, like I think when you talk about dance heavy, and I really think about SKE and their marathon performance they did at Budokan was really, really ridiculous when they did like 30 songs or something in a row or something, and didn't stop really. I mean, of course they had different points where like certain groups came out and then they got a break, but it was like boom, 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 and you could see at the end the sweat just pouring off them, and they did it, man. And like in New World Order, it makes sense that they would get paired up with SKE for that reason, because New World Order is dance intensive, but in a different way. It's more like technical, like the tutting and whatnot. But you're right. Like each group does have their individual image. Actually, weird quick question on the side for all of you. So what would NGT, what would their image be? Because I haven't figured it out yet.
Snow bunnies.
I've heard a lot of talk of country girls and rice patties.
Yeah.
No, if I would say right now they're the group that lives up the mountains. That's our whole image right now, and it's very fluffy and innocent, I would say, on their most side. We still haven't seen their full potential. So that's when you know about Snow Bunnies. It's just like it's the new girl at school has been invited but doesn't say a word yet.
Right.
I think that's what NGT currently is. She has a very strong image and aura standing off. Like, man, she's so interesting, but she doesn't say anything yet. We haven't seen their potential yet.
Wait for that single. Wait for that wait for that album.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. I am very curious to see what song will come out.
Good point, good point. Yeah, their showroom stuff is good, and of course, with Max, their Max Toki song was obviously a hit at Request Hour, and Mama Richan leading them, Yukirin popping in to add her like Kami status to them. Then you have Okapa, Mahon, and Mahon being Mahon, and everybody just kind of I don't know. I feel like. I feel like with them, they're all a bunch of individuals right now, and I'm waiting to see them be a team. That's kind of how I'm looking at them. Like they haven't. I don't know the gel yet because we don't even have any real songs from them, like per se. I mean, no offense against Max. That song's cool and all, but just I want a powerhouse anthem. I want a song that when you see NGT in concert, you expect them to perform that. Just like NMBs, you come in eggs, and SK, I just take your pick. It's just so.
No, exactly what you mean, because at the end of the day, Max Toki 315 is a great song, but it's a B-side off of an AKB single. It's like one of five, and they have 3 individual songs right now. So the single will be interesting to kind of see what shapes their identity.
Biggest problem on that side was it was also on the same side with 365 paper airplanes.
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard to top that one. But never underestimate a B-side song, because most of the time, shoot side, a lot of the song are crap, and then the coupling songs are best, like Sakamichi AKB48 right now.
Yeah. Sakamichi, oh my god.
That's my ringtone every time. When I got some great news today, and when my phone went off, it went like going that start of that song, and I just jumped up excited, like, hello, what's up?
Yeah.
So yeah, never underestimate a coupling song. But I really hope their first single comes up 12th of April. 12th of April, right on my birthday.
12th of April. Mark your calendars.
Okay. We're almost doing an hour. So yeah, what do you want to say?
On side B's, if you watch AK Bingo this week, they showed the full MV of Accident Chew, which
Well,
was pretty nice.
three-quarters.
Most-
They showed
Three quarters.
three-quarters of it.
3/4, yeah. It was nice,
For some
They-
reason, Judy and Koji Mamako were showing up in blonde wigs. I'm like, we skipped the part. Why are they in blonde wigs? But that song really, it just goes. It's like very happy and going pretty good. It's pretty funny. So we did our reviews of these songs. We like this song, like song on AK Bingo. This side. Here's Type D and E. That happens to be like the two greatest songs on the whole coupling CDs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we know what we're talking about. But man, we were hoping because it's now Saturday, we were hoping the full versions of the MV would have been out by now, but nope. It's we still have to wait.
Probably not.
So just gonna the soon I upload this episode to YouTube, it's like, oh, here are the full versions, and then go like,
Yeah, it'll be the second after too. We watch. That's our luck. That happens. But what can you do?
yeah. So what about recommendations for next week? Does anyone have recommendations you need to watch or listen to for next week? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
I don't think so. No,
Tomorrow, Nemosu, the travel thing.
Yeah, travel one.
Oh
that's
no,
Thailand.
no, it's not
Thailand.
it's not Thailand. It's the follow-up
this-
of the cave exploration
Oh,
with
yeah.
12th generation and Chiuri for some reason.
okay.
It's pretty fun
I
though.
enjoy it.
It's like they're currently going to explore what Mayu and Sashi did. They're going to explore the dark cave and finding clean water in there. And well, there's a different side of them. So last episode was pretty fun because when they went in the cave, they're, oh, it's so dark, it's fine, and everything is okay. And then a teeny tiny spider show up and they go nuts. They're like, oh my god, spider! Like, you're in a cave that's very tight. I think that you have more important things than a spider. So it's pretty fun to see that on their side. And that's a good recommendation, Yeo. When does Shoot Sign come out? Next week, right?
Next
Yeah,
week, I think.
the
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Listen
Weird
to,
that we've been talking about it
Yeah.
this much and
Mark.
it's only now coming out.
yeah, so listen to Sakamichi 48. That's the best
Yes.
song out there.
Yeah.
Buy it, listen to it, watch it,
The whole-
watch it again.
The whole version is fantastic, and
Yeah.
especially towards the end, there's like a really cool like fake out part that's amazing.
Mhm.
You are in for a well deserved treat. Again, Kea just destroying as usual.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
then you
yeah.
can
Look
watch
forward to it.
AKB48 show when they show the behind the scenes for the
Ah,
MV.
yeah, that's
right.
So that's
Yes,
a good
yes, yes.
follow-up on that
Mhm.
side. Anything else coming out in the week? It's just you watch your regular stuff. You know, the
Just the regular,
DXTakamina,
Yeah,
Nogi Zaka under construction, AK Bingo.
Okay,
Watch-
bingo.
yeah.
Good thing I'm gonna watch this still because there's still time. Showroom, STU48. The final
yeah.
auditions are happening.
Final
They're
auditions,
doing
yeah.
the same thing with what they did with 16th generation, and we found our Oshi during that time from 16th
Mhm.
generation. Nakatomo.
Ami,
Ayano.
Ami.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
let's try and happen it again. And Okada Nana already gave her opinion about a few people there. One girl had,
Building
at
her
one
harem.
point had yeah.
Yeah.
One point she had 34,000 viewership. A certain member of STU or maybe
Already?
future member. Yeah. So
Already?
apparently she
Jesus,
does something
nice.
right. There are some cute members there.
Ah,
If you really want to get to know
interesting.
them, go watch that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
STU might actually work.
Crazy.
Aki,
huh?
Try to
you might
find
know
your
something
booster
we
shoes.
don't, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna be on a boat.
On the
What were you going to say, Marcus?
No, I was trying to say find your booster shoes sister because apparently she's auditioning for STU and she
Yeah.
got to be a finalist.
Yeah.
Oh, is she?
Ah,
Oh,
Well, at least that's a
she's
rumor.
leaving.
That's a rumor.
There's
that's the
She's
rumor.
leaving,
Yeah.
so...
There's also a one who failed the draft, I believe. She didn't make it
Oh, really?
into the
Mhm.
draft member audition, and now she is in the finals for the STU audition. That happens a lot. So when a member doesn't
Yeah, it does.
get their first audition,
Yeah.
they go to
Mm.
another group, and then they get in there. So
What is it with NMB sisters like joining up? No, actually, not just them. Like it's we have like a whole wave of like girl, like
Sisters,
Mutotomu's sister,
Yeah.
Keiichi's
Right,
sister.
Midori.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cool. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
down with
I'm,
that.
I'm still waiting for a certain someone's sister to show up.
Oh god, break up with your boyfriend already. and
Yeah,
just
that's not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
break up with the boyfriend. He's not as important. Come on, we need a Temo demo with them. Come on,
Yeah.
Nacham. Talk
Oh,
to your sister.
speaking of demo, Saho and Mako did it. I was
Yes.
actually
I actually saw
surprised.
that. I saw that. Yeah, I immediately thought of you, of course, because of your Oshi. But honestly, what an amazing performance of that. That might be one of my favorite, actually, because it was so adorable. It was like Adoro Mako. That's what I call it. Like
Yeah.
just total Adoro Mako.
It was
Really good
weird,
stuff.
like
What?
on the
what
stage, it was random. Like, oh yeah, we're like the set lists were set, right? Then like, oh my god, Mako is out. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
so what stage was that? Was the new one with the flower, I believe, something HKT stuff, or?
No, it's the one with the Rakugo guy, Haru Kokoko something.
Oh yeah, so
The one-
there was a second one on the stage.
The one with the Machun
Uh.
one, like that's why they were saying Ogawa Sarawa children.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
pretty
one
good.
that was-
I like those stages.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, the other one ended sadly. There was also a pretty good one with Taniguchi Mega being the center of that. Man, speaking of that, Taniguchi Mega doing great.
Yep.
She's really
Awesome.
getting out there. All right, we're over an hour now, so basically, I think we're done. Let's plug our stuff. You know,
Like,
Yes.
I think I'm gonna type in the meantime what. Normally I say it for all you guys, but why don't you make rounds and plug some stuff? Let's go with DX first.
Yes.
Let's see. If I were to plug someone, I would say watch Josh's latest video about the
Yes.
gun fest from HKT against Kiyosaki. That's one thing I want to plug, and yeah, that's about it actually. So, Derek, go for it.
Yeah, I have three. First of all, and I want to say to Josh, Josh is killing it. I mean, he always does his videos, but thank you, Josh, for the shout out on your video. So I'm shouting out to you. And also, I can't wait for your photo book review of Annan. I'm just going to throw that out there. When you get it, please do it, and please do it awesome. As I know you're going to, because I am so dying to see the Annan photo book, and I know you're going to get it. So just do that. And also, please consider doing Kobayashi-kan. I know you said you weren't, but I want you to reconsider. That's going to be a really awesome one as well. So that's number one. Number two, I wanted to say to Paul at AKB Daily, thank you. He is going overboard with like posting like a lot of news. Paul does this all like on his own. I don't know if we've ever really said anything about that, but Paul has had to really struggle to keep AKB Daily up. I mean, and he has just done everything he can to do it. He's finally found, I think, a good home where it's at now. Please support this guy because he is like the main source of news. If you're a Westerner and you don't understand Japanese, Paul makes it easy. So thank you, Paul, for everything you've done. And then third, please go to my blog and check it out at derekvesconia.com. And please go read my list and please comment. I want to know what you think about your favorite underrated members, because I certainly have gotten, like I said, the most feedback I've ever gotten on a list with this, and I'm really enjoying the back and forth and the counterpoints I'm getting because you're making me see things in new way. And like one person just recently told me about an HKT member that I didn't even know existed, and now that I do, like I have somebody to check out, and it's just like really awesome how the fans all across the world like can see members differently than just, you know, other people like me and, you know, all of us here. I just think it's a great read. It's going to help you find out about some members that maybe you didn't know. So please go to my blog, and I'm going to shamelessly plug myself there. Okay.
Go for it.
All right. Anyone else?
Marcus? Marcus, Yayo?
Marcus? Yeah.
Margarine?
So NKM48 is still very much alive. We're still working on plenty of episodes. Our main ones are AKB48 show. So yeah, we've got a couple of releases coming up, just various episodes. If you want to help out though, we are still looking for translators. So just contact us through nkm48.wordpress.com. And yeah, if you think your Japanese is good enough, give us a shout out. We'll test you on an episode. And hopefully that'll help us get our production going. We've kind of tried to set up a new arrangement for our team so that we can get the episodes out faster, hopefully on a weekly basis. And yeah, just look out for episodes. And if you think you can help out, just jump along.
You?
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna be sad in a week from now. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Did
man.
you have a
Sorry.
chance to see a bit of her solo concert?
no, it was
No.
not streamed in showroom. So
It was a quick fun story. So again, Genius Jax is currently in Japan, and he was texting me. It's like, man, things are not going well in the 48 cafes. It's like this one's closing early, and I'm like, really? The one in Tokyo is not doing well? I'm looking up. Dude, it's closing early because Awadanana is doing a solo thing. It's like, it's like they want you out. Get out.
I would want a ticket, like not win, but I'll just be there waiting till after the concert. So
All right. Go
Wait,
ahead.
really quickly too, Marcus. Thank you for what you're doing with the AKB show. It just took me. I know I'm really stupid sometimes, and I just realized like you guys are the ones that do that. A huge love to you guys, to all of you. I said you guys. I mean, we love our subbers. We've said it a million times. You and Yayo are like our treasures. We love you both so much because you really give us a chance to understand AKB. And I mean, like my Japanese is decent, but it's not anywhere near like a level where I can watch a whole show and fully get everything. So I do rely on subs just like everyone else. And if we didn't have you, if we didn't have Yayo, we didn't have people like you guys, we would really be in the dark here. So literally huge thanks. And it's a real honor and pleasure, by the way, to have you on the show. And everyone that you work with, like, we adore you. We adore you guys to death. So just, you should know that.
All right.
Thank you so much, Derek.
Quick plug for me, it's always at Twitter at RageBolly. You can just send me messages and I'll talk right back, or on Stage 48. And if you want to talk not on Twitter or anything like, you can send me an email now at podcast48talk@gmail.com. If you have anything you want to ask about that, you can just send an email.
It's official.
I have an email. Oh my god, it's like this.
we're moving up. We're getting official.
Oh, technology.
Right.
But yeah, you can send anything you want, and who knows? Maybe I'll send an email back if I have time for it. Just do it. With that, though, thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk, and we'll see you next time. For everybody else, watch out for your ears because Yeo is going to scream.
こんなに会いたくてもどんなに好きでもめ